Hey guys, back with another video. I'm in the process of making a carrot souffle. So as you can see now, I have my carrots already peeled, diced in chunks, and I put them in a saucepan. And what you do, you cover the carrots with water. You make sure the carrots are covered. So now what I'm about to do, I'm about to set my timer for 20 minutes. I'm gonna let these cook about 20 minutes and then I'll be back. Okay guys, it's been 20 minutes, so now I'm going to stick my fork in, see if they soft. It's a little soft. The fork is going through, but I guess this is soft enough. Let's see. Try this one. This was not. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let it cook for about 5 more minutes. So let's set the timer for 5 more minutes. And then we'll be back. Check them again. Okay, 5 more minutes has passed. So let me cut this off. Cut the stove off. Well, actually, I'm going to put the stove on low. And then we're going to drain this. And then after we drain the water out, we're going to put it back on the stove and let the water drain out of the, continue to drain out of the carrots. So let's go drain. Okay, I'm draining the carrots. Alright, I got all the water out. So I have to drain them. What we're going to do, we're going to put them right back in the pot. And then let's go over here to the stove. We're going to put them right back on the stove on low heat. And we're going to continue to let the water dry out of them. And then we're going to mix the rest of the ingredients. Okay guys, I'm about to bring them over to place them in the bowl. Alright, let's see. We got the carrots all dried out. So now we're going to add them into the bowl. Alright, got them all out. Okay, got those in the bowl. So now what we're going to do, we're going to add the other ingredients. So what we're going to do, we're going to add our brown sugar. Let me move this out the way so you guys can see for a second. We're going to add our brown sugar, our baking powder, and our vanilla extract. What does, of course, I have the imitation. It's less expensive. These are the first 3 ingredients we're going to add. Then followed by that, we're going to add our flour, our salt, and then the spices, which is nutmeg and cinnamon. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little surprise in mine. I'm going to add a little bit of raisins just on half of the souffle, carrot souffle, and see how that tastes. I'm sure it will be delicious. Okay, so let's get started. All right. Bring this back over. And we're going to add a half a cup of brown sugar. So let me get this open. And we're going to measure out a half a cup of brown sugar. Okay. Let's see what a half a cup is. Okay. Let's get started. Let's see. This is sugar, brown sugar. I got a little bit more than a half a cup, but it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and add that in. And then the baking powder, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of that. Let's get my teaspoon. It's my teaspoon, so here we go. Teaspoon. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. That's 1. And that's 2. So we got that out of the way. And then the next thing we're going to add is our vanilla extract. And that's only 1 teaspoon. But let's see. 1 teaspoon of that. Oops. That's a little over a teaspoon, but it's okay. Be okay. All right, now we're going to get the mashing. This stuff together. I should have probably mashed it before, but I don't think I'm going to mash it. I'm going to put all the ingredients and then I'm going to mash. Then now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the flour, the salt, the cinnamon, and the rest of the ingredients in there. So let's go ahead and add the flour, which is 1/4 of a teaspoon. A fourth of a cup. So if you see here, 1/4 of a cup. So we don't need much. So let's go ahead and get that flour in there. 1/4 of a cup of flour. That's not a lot of flour, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to dump that 1/4 cup of flour in there. Next, followed by the salt, which is only 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay. Let me go ahead and add that 1 teaspoon of salt. Here we go, guys. That's 1 teaspoon of salt. Some already fell a little bit in there. But there we go. And the next is going to be the cinnamon and nutmeg. And of course I'm not gonna measure, but it's probably about a 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg is going to go in there. So that's about 1/4. And then we're going to put our cinnamon, about a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon going to go in there. Of course, I'm not going to measure that either. So that's about to measure a 1/4 of a teaspoon. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start mashing all the ingredients up. And so they can be nicely mashed together. So let's go ahead and get started on mashing the ingredients that's already in here. Let's get started. And guys, I will be back after I go ahead and I mash this up. I'll be back. Okay guys, I got it all mixed up, but what I had to do, because it was kind of hard doing it with the little masher, it was hard doing with the masher, so I took my blender, I put it in the blender and I blended it up. So that's how I did that. So now what we're going to do, we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. We're going to whip in the rest of the ingredients, which is the melted butter, 1/4 melted butter. Okay. 4 eggs. 1. That's 2. 3. And the last one. Okay. And then we're going to add in a 1/2 cup of milk. We're going to add all that in. And then we're going to just whisk this together. Then after I get this whisked together, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got it all whipped together. All whipped together. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a couple of raisins. Just a little bit. That should be enough. And then we're going to get that whipped in there too. And then we're going to take our pan and we're going to spray it. I'm going to spray mine in this right here, this canola oil. I'm going to spray my pan in this canola oil. Alright. And I have an 8x8 pan, casserole pan that I'm spraying. And gently sprayed it. Okay, that's the pan that I'm using. You see that I gently sprayed it. And now I'm going to just add our mixture to the pan. Make sure we get every bit. I already preheated my oven to 350. We're going to let this bake for about 40 minutes. And then I'll come back when I get it out the oven. And then once it cool down a little bit, we'll do a taste test. Okay. Now we got everything all into the pan. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it in the oven, like I said, on 40 minutes on 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I got it out the oven. I baked it for 40 minutes. I'm just testing it. Alright, it's done. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to take some confectionate sugar. Bring it out. And I'm going to sprinkle it on top, just a little tad bit. Alright. So, and to do that, I think I'm going to get a little teaspoon to do this. Let me get a little teaspoon out. Where's my teaspoon though? Alright. I got a little teaspoon out, guys. So I'm going to put some confectionate sugar on top. After I cut this bag open a little bit more. Alright, here we go. We're going to sprinkle the top. Just sprinkle it on the top. And then all I did use is just a teaspoonful. Well, yeah, 1 teaspoon. This is what I use, 1 teaspoon. And I'm putting it on top. So guys, we're going to let that cool off a little bit. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do a taste test. Okay guys, it has warmed up a lot. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut it. And we're going to do a taste test. I know there's a particular restaurant in my area. And every time I go, I always get carrot souffle. So I had some carrots. I said, let me make one because I'm always getting it when I'm there. So here we go. We're just going to try a little teeny piece. I'm cutting a little teeny piece off. Here's the piece that I'm going to try. Alright. Ooh, it's still a little warm though. Alright. Let's give this a taste test. We're going to do a taste test. Here we go. That is so good. So good. And like I said, I always get it when I go to this particular restaurant, but I haven't had it in a while. And that is really, really delicious. I probably could have added a little bit more sugar because I didn't put confectionate sugar. I used brown sugar. So I probably could have used a little bit more brown sugar, but that's really good. So if you guys want to try it, it's carrot souffle. I remember the first time I tried it, I thought it was sweet potatoes, but it's carrots. But anyway guys, you be blessed, and I will see you guys in the next video.